Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamasto Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Yogi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. I hope this will be the end of all our travails with regarding sound and internet issues. I am happy with the background also. Everything from Gurudev's picture to Bhagavad Gita to our Guru Parampara, all pictures have come in this view, and Omkara is also there in behind. And so let us begin with this, the last part of the 4th chapter, and conclude it today, and we will soon begin with chapter 5 of the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Apiched apicedasi papebhyaha sarvebhyaha papakrittamaha. Even if you are a sinner, the best among sinners, the most amount of sins you have committed, sarvam jnana plavena eva, with the knowledge of who I am, with the true knowledge of the self. What is the nature of the self? Vrijinam Papa Aranavam, says Bhagavan Adisankaracharya. The person crosses the ocean of sin. Papa Arnavam Samtarishyasi Dharma api iha mumukshoho papam uchyate. So papam is not only adharmam for the mumukshu, for the one who seeks after freedom. Papam is not only adharmam, papam is also dharmam. Because when we do a lot of dharma karma and there is a lot of punya stored in the mind, then we have to take birth again to cash in that punya, to enjoy that punya. So dharma as well as adharma are considered sins for a mumukshu. With jnana plava, with the boat of the knowledge of who I am, with the boat of knowledge of who am I am that consciousness which is beyond any movement, change, which is the observer of all changes, which has got nothing to do with the manifestations in this world. That understanding, when it becomes clear, that is a boat of knowledge, jnana plava, and in that the individual being crosses the ocean of sins, crosses the vibratory sinusoidal movement, the vibratory movement of good and bad, good experiences and bad experiences. So the results of sin and the results of goodness, everything is crossed by that individual. The next verse, Yathaidhamsi samidhognihi bhasmasat kuruterjuna Jnanagni dagdha karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha yatha indhamsi samiddaha. Just like the fire which is burning bright, samiddaha, agni, indhamsi, when you put the sticks into the fire, when you put the sticks for burning into the fire, bhasmasat, yatha bhasmasat kurute, how the sticks become turn into ash. In the same way, Jnana Agnihi, in the light of knowledge, in the light of the truth, in the light of the right understanding of who I am. Sarva Karmani. Karmani means all our perceptions, all our thoughts, all our beliefs, all our erroneous perceptions, all our desires, everything in the form of thoughts in our mind. Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat kurute. In that fire of knowledge, all our thoughts are like firewood added into the fire of knowledge. The fire of knowledge will burn everything. Yatha indhamsi kasthani samiddaha samyak iddhaha deeptaha agnihi bhasmasat bhasmi bhavam kurute. Just like the firewood which is burning bright is burnt by fire, Arjuna, in the same Arjuna, that word is used because the word Arjuna means Rujutvat iti Arjunaha, the one who is straightforward in his life. He does not mince words, he does not misbehave, he does not manipulate, he doesn't have any need to do all that. So that's why he's called Arjuna. Jnanam eva agnihi, jnana agnihi. Jnana agni is, jnana alone is a fire. Sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha nirbiji karoti ityartaha. All karmas means all thoughts which are stored as impressions or desire filled vasanas in our mind are all burnt. Burnt means they're all turned into seeds, roasted seeds by the fire of knowledge. What is a roasted seed can never germinate. Only a fresh seed that is not fried will germinate. A roasted seed can never germinate. Nirbiji karoti ityarthaha. Nahi sakshat eva jnanagnihi karmani indhanavat bhasmi kartum shaknoti. Tasmat. So here Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya adds that the fire of knowledge cannot directly burn. Therefore, samyak darshanam sarva karmanam nirbijatve karanam iti abhiprayaha. Samyak darshanam means the right knowledge. The knowledge, the consciousness alone cannot burn our karma. In that case, it would have burnt it for everybody. What is the effort on the part of the individual? The effort on the part of the individual is to train the mind to see the truth as it is, to see reality as it is. When that is done, then all our sins or all our desire filled thoughts, the desire filled emotions, the desire filled beliefs, when there is right knowledge without any erroneous perception, then all the desires are burnt. Iti abhiprayaha means that is the understanding. Samarthyat yena karmana shariram arabdham tat pravritta phalatvat upabhogena eva kshiyate. So, with what karma, the effect of what karma this body has been born, this body has manifested, until that karma is over, this body will continue to exist. So it is not about death. This is about burning our thoughts, emotions, feelings, and the wrong understandings about life, about the world, about ourselves. All erroneous perceptions are destroyed. Ataha yani apravritta phalani jnanotpattehe prak kritani jnana bhasmasat kurute. So, whatever actions are being done before the knowledge of the self was born, only those actions over many lifetimes, those actions are burnt. Yata evam ataha. Why is it so? The next verse says, very beautiful verse, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddhaha kalenatmani vindati. Nahi jnanena sadrisham. There is indeed nothing like knowledge that is purifying. What is purifying? Fire is called purifying because It burns away all the dross. It burns away all what we really do not want. The fire has got that capacity. In the same way, jnana or knowledge of who I am, who I truly am, there is nothing more purifying than that knowledge. Pavitram iha nahi vidyate. Yoga samsiddhaha. So the one who has attained the perfection in karma yoga. What is karma yoga? Doing actions for the welfare of the world, at the same time not identifying myself, not having the bhava or not having the arrogance that I am the doer of the action, and not having the desire that I want such and such result out of this action for my own feeling good. He doesn't have those ideas. He just gives himself into the action and focuses on the process because it is good for the welfare of the world. So such kind of actions when one person does, he has purified his mind. Kalena atmani tat swayam vindati. So that person who has purified himself with karma yoga attains that knowledge of the self, and he attains the self with that knowledge over a period of time. Nahi jnanena sadrisham tulyam pavitram pavanam shuddhikaram iha vidyate. There is nothing that is more purifying than knowledge. Tat jnanam swayam eva yoga samsiddhaha yogena karma yogena samadhi yogena cha samsiddhaha samskritaha yogyatam apannaha mumukshuhu. Kali. Samskritaha means one who has purified his mind. The radio tuning, the fine tuning has been done to the radio set, and so whatever messages that are being received through that channel is coming very perfectly because the radio is fine tuned very well. The radio of this body, mind and intellect has been so fine tuned with karma yoga that over a period of time, the mumukshu is the one who seeks after freedom. I want to be free. Moksho me bhuyat iti ichha. Who is a mumukshu? May I become free. I don't want to experience good. I don't want to experience bad. I am done with all the experiences of this world. They come and go. If good experience happen, I am still hankering after good experiences in the future. If bad experiences happen, I want to run away from the pain that the bad experiences give. So whether it is a good experience or a bad experience, it keeps me in that cycle, in that circle of life, and I want to be freed from the circle of existence. So that is a mumukshu. Kalena mahata atmani vindati labhate ityarthaha. Such a mumukshu, over a period of time, he attains that self. Mahata atman means that great self is attained by that mumukshu. Yena ekantena jnana praptihi bhavati sa upayaha upadishyate. How does that jnana happen? How does ekanta jnana means by one's own self? How does one attain that state of knowledge, state of perfection? Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas samyatendriyaha jnanam labdhva param shantim achirenadhigachyate. Shraddhavan, the one who has shraddha, he attains jnana. Shraddha means shraddha, the ability of the mind to hold the truth. That is, when the mind becomes such a perfect instrument that through the truth or consciousness is able to reveal itself through such a mind, is called a shraddha. Shraddha is bhakti and shraddha are somewhat considered together, but bhakti is just love. There is no knowledge in that love. I love because it makes me feel good. Something makes me feel good, and I feel something is good for me. I've heard something is good for me. I like it. I love it. I don't have any reason to know whether that is really good for me or not. But I still have love for that because other people have told. That is bhakti. But shraddha is, I have the knowledge about the perfection of what that is, what I am keeping my faith in, what I am keeping my belief in. I have knowledge about that, and I know that it is going to take me to that ultimate destination. And I certainly know it is true. And that is, there is also love in that knowledge. When the love is there and the knowledge of the truth of that path is also there, then it becomes Shraddha. It is not blind belief. Bhakti can be blind belief, but Shraddha is not blind belief. There is the there is a knowledge of the truth, the essence in that Shraddha. So such a person, what is Shraddha according to Bhagavan Adisankaracharya in the Viveka Chudamani? He says, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha iti Shraddha. So, why should I have faith in the words of the Guru? And why should I have faith in the words of the Vedanta Vakya such as Aham Brahmasmi? Because I do not know what is that Brahman. I do not know what is that truth that exists within me. I have not heard about it. All that I know is the five sensory perception of the world. And I believe that that is real, and I keep interacting with the world and existing in the world and suffering in the world or enjoying the world. That is much I know. It is only the Guru who has pointed out to me that there is something beyond this five sensory perception. There is something beyond the mind. There is something beyond the intellect. And that is consciousness which has no movement, which has no change, which does not hold on to anything in this world. It is just an observer, and there is nothing else to it. Even that word observer it is not its own action or something. It is just like the sun is shedding light on the earth. So the sun is not voluntarily or wantedly shedding light. The nature of the sun, we have the sun behind also. The nature of the sun is to shed light. That is, so Guru, Upadesha, and Vedanta Vakya, Vishwasaha, having faith in that it is true, and I believe if I take that path, I will also attain that goal. So when I don't know the way to Delhi, I trust the GPS, the global positioning system, to show me the way to Delhi. Or I trust somebody who is interpreting that global positioning system, who is a guru. The global positioning system is a Vedanta Vakya. And the one who may sit next to that GPS and tell me this is the way, you can go this way, you will reach Delhi fast. So that is a guru. So I should have, if I don't know the way myself, definitely we all don't know the way, because that is why we are studying Vedanta, we are studying Upanishads, we are studying the Bhagavad Gita to know the truth. When we don't know it by ourselves and we can't know it by ourselves, then we trust in the words of the Guru and the scriptures, the Vedanta. Tatparaha. So the one who is always focused on gaining that knowledge in life. Samyata Indriyaha. Not only gaining knowledge, but sense organs are also under control. He does not waste his energy, or he does not lose his energy by exciting the sense organs and interacting with the world through the sense organs. Jnanam labhate. Such a person gains knowledge. So this is a verse that is applicable even for school children. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. How do I get knowledge in school? How do I get knowledge to study the subjects well? I should have Shraddha. I should have faith in the teacher who's teaching. I should have faith in the subjects that are given to me, in the textbooks that are given to me. When I have faith, and samyataha indriyaha, my sense organs are under control. I am not watching a cricket match. Many people's complaint where children were watching, they have got exam today, and yesterday till 12:30 in the night, they were all spending time wearing yellow t-shirt and watching cricket match. So samyata indriyaha means whatever may happen outside, I have to focus on what work I have at hand. Samyata indriyaha. Jnanam labdhva param shantim. So I gain knowledge. When I gain knowledge, I get param shantim. I get supreme peace. Mind does not go after any desire, is a peaceful mind. Shantim. Achirena adhigachati. That shanti is available. Achirena means immediately that shanti is arrived at. So Bhagavan Adisankaracharya, what does he have to say about this? Shraddhalutve api bhavati kaschit mandaprasthanaha ata aha tatparaha gurupasanadau abhiyuktaha jnana labdhi upaye. So shraddhalutve api, some people may have shraddha, but still manda prasthanaha, they are not, their efforts may be very less. So for such people, what does Bhagavan Shri Krishna says? Tatparaha. Always be focused on that. What does it mean? Guru upasana adau. Worship the Guru, serve the feet of the Guru, serve the feet of the Master. Observe what the Master needs and what you can do, what the Master wants you to do, and do that for the Master. Abhiyuktaha. So that is a jnana labdha upaye. For gaining knowledge, I serve the Guru and I remain a shraddhalu. I remain a person with a lot of shraddha in the words of the Guru and in the words of the Upanishads. So these two are very important. Shraddhavan, tatparaha api, even if I am a Shraddhavan and even if I am worshipping the Guru, there are times when my sense organs are not in control. Ajita indriya syat iti ata aha. The person who has not controlled the senses, samyata indriyaha. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna puts this word also. It is not important to be just a Shraddhalu. It is not important to be a tatparaha, meaning focusing on that Shraddha by doing Guru Upasana, worshipping of the Guru. I must also be a Samyata Indriyaha. I must have controlled senses, controlled perceptions through the 5 sense organs of perception, and controlled expression in action, doing the right thing through the 5 sense organs of action. Samyatani Vishayebhyaha Nivartitani Yasya Indriyani Sa Samyata Indriyaha. Samyata Indriyaha means controlled sense organs. Ya evam bhutaha shraddhavan tatparaha samyatendriyaha cha saha avashyam jnanam labhate. Such a person definitely will gain knowledge. Is there any doubt about it? There is absolutely no doubt. Pranipatadihi tu bahyah anekantikah api bhavati मायावित्वादि संभवात् न तु तत् श्रद्धावत्वादौ इति एकांततः ज्ञानलब्धि उपायः. So there are pranipatadi means prakarshena nipataha, falling completely at the feet of the Guru is a bahya upaya. It is a outward practice. And but why is it say ekantatvena means it is being said very clearly because even if I don't have real faith, I can fall at the feet of the Guru and show my obeisance to the Guru. So that is not a guarantee for me to gain that knowledge. So tatparaha samyatendriyaha. So it is not just only because of Shraddha and Guru Upasana and Samyata Indriyaha, and I really don't have that bhava inside, I will not be able to attain that knowledge. Jnanam labdhva param mokshakyam shantim uparatim achirena kshiprameva adigacchati. So what will happen to that person when they get jnana, when they get knowledge? Param Shantim, supreme peace, means the word Shanti itself is from the word Shama. Shama means the mind is wavy all the time with the desires. The mind is always moving with I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. All the time the heart is beating with desires. When the desires are no more in the mind becomes still, and that is called Shanti. That is a state of that supreme self, almost close to that state of supreme self, until it breaks into waves again. So param shantim, uparatim means it's a withdrawal. There is no circle of motion of desire, thought, feeling, emotion, action, results, imprint, desire, thought, feelings, emotions, actions, result, imprint, desire, thought, feelings, emotions, actions, results, imprint. This cycle, the negative cycle which starts from here and ends within as the imprint, is no more. How? Samyak darshanat kshipram mokshaha bhavati iti sarva shastra nyaya prasiddhaha sunishchitaha arthaha. All the shastras say by samyak darshana, by having the right perception of who I am, the right understanding of who I am, Kshipram mokshaha bhavati. Moksha means freedom. What is freedom? What is liberation? Freedom from what? Freedom from unnecessary actions, freedom from restlessness, freedom from desires, freedom from compulsive, obsessive, compulsive disorders, freedom from pining for something, freedom from yearning for something, freedom from going behind something, freedom from looking forward to something, expecting something, worrying about something, anxious about something. All the torturous conditions of the mind, there is freedom. That is called moksha. मोक्षा सम्यक् दर्शनात् क्षिप्रं मोक्षः भवति इति सर्वशास्त्रन्यायप्रसिद्धः सुनिश्चितः अर्थः. It is the confirmed truth of all the shastras that by the true knowledge of the self, I get realization. I am self-realized and therefore I attain freedom. I attain moksha. अत्र संशयः न कर्तव्यः पापनिष्ठः हि संशयः कथम् उच्यते. So there is no need to doubt this at all. Even the one who has done a lot of sins, committed a lot of sins, he need not worry also, because that is the surety of the path. How much ever we may say that we have done sins, we have committed sins, but the path is so sure that if you follow this, whatever sins you may have committed, you will get through it and you will come to the realization of the truth and you will attain moksha. That is a guarantee. The 40th verse. Agnyascha shraddhadhanascha samshayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti na paraha na sukham samshayatmanaha. So what happens if the person does not pay attention to what is said in the Bhagavad Gita and does not follow this does not follow the steps to gain knowledge? He remains an agnaha. Here, not only does he remain an agnaha, agnaha means he remains ignorant of who he really is, who he truly is. And then ashraddha dhanascha, he is also an ashraddha dhana. He does not have faith in the words of the Guru, he does not have faith in the scriptures. Samshayatma, the person who is having a lot of doubts, what happens to him? Vinashyati, he completely gets destroyed. Vinashyati. Na ayam lokaha asti, na paraha, na sukham samshaya atmanaha. For the one who is filled with doubts, whether this is going to work, whether Krishna is fooling us, or whether my Guru is fooling us to just get some Guru Dakshina from me and make his life comfortable by giving him food. Is the Guru fooling me? If we have all these doubts, if we are called a samshaya atmanaha, such a person, na ayam lokaha asti. If you have doubts, even for a simple thing that you go to a shop and the shopkeeper whom you know gives a product to you and you see that product 100 times, whether it is genuine or whether it is fake, and that known shopkeeper might be upset because you are testing so much and you don't have so much of faith. So, na ayam lokaha asti. Even this world is not there for the one who has got doubts. Then what to say of the supreme loka or supreme world where I know who I am? I am clear about who I am, and I have realized my true self and I have become the truth. What to say of that? Agnya ashraddha dhanau यद्यपि विनश्यतः तथापि न तथा यथा संशयात्मा तु पापिष्टः सर्वेषाम्. So agnya means ignorant person. Ashraddha dana has got no shraddha, has got no faith in the words of the shastras and the Guru, and then such a person gets destroyed. And then what to say of samshayatma, the one who has, on top of these, not having these two, he's having something more. He's having lots of doubts in him. Doubts are obstacles for progress of our mind, of purity of our mind. How is it possible? Na ayam sadharanaha api lokaha asti, tatha na paro lokaha na sukham, tatra api samshaya upapattehe Samshayatmanaha samshaya chittasya tasmat samshayaha na kartavyaha. So this world is not there for that person. The supreme world of bliss is also not there for that person. So therefore, do not be a doubtful person. Have your mind very clear before even you enter into this moksha shastra. Have the firm faith and belief that yes, this path is going to work for me, and yes, I will be able to get the knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita, apply it in my life, and find out the truth, find out that reality which is pointed out by the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. Kasmat, how is it possible? Yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana samchinna samshayam atmavantam na karmani nibadhnanti dhananjaya. So I should remove samshaya. I should remove all my obstacles. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are 9 obstacles. There are 9 obstacles and 4. Sorry. There are 9 obstacles and four things that come freely with those obstacles. What are the 9 obstacles? One of them is samshaya. Vyadhi, sthana, samshaya, the third obstacle. Then avirati, alasya, pramada, bhranti darshana, alabdha bhumikatva, anavasthitattvani. Then the 4 things that come along with it are the shaking of the mind, dukkha, daurmanasya, angame jayatva, shvasa prashvasaha. So all these will go with ekatattva abhyasaha. So samshaya also goes away. Samshaya is one of the obstacles. How to remove it? By following one thing every day, continuously taking up some one practice. It can be chanting of Om, or it can be chanting of some mantra of an Ishta Devata. One practice and continuously doing every day will remove samshaya. So katham yoga sanyasta karmanam. Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. What is Yoga Sanyasta? Through integrating the mind. So, integrating the mind with the emotion, the feeling, the thought, taking the mind to the supreme thought of Ishvara, keeping the thought and the mind together in the thought of Ishvara, Sanyasta Karmanam, and giving up all our actions means doing all our actions as an offering to Ishvara, without the pride that I am doing the actions, and understanding that it is Ishvara, that supreme truth, the reality that is giving me the strength to do the actions. Jnana samchinna samshayam. Jnana, that Brahma Jnana, the knowledge of the truth that you gain out of this, will destroy all my doubts. Chinna. Chinna means completely cut off all my doubts. Atmavantam. Then I remain a person established in the self. Karmani na nibadhnanti. If I live a life like this, actions will not bind me. Karmani na nibadhnanti means I will not be compelled to do an action because it has to be done, because it is somebody else's compulsion, or it is my own desire that is prompting to me to do that action. Na karmani na nibadhnanti. So what does Bhagavan Adisankaracharya have to say about this? Yoga sanyasta karmanam paramartha darshana lakshanena yogena sanyastani karmani yena paramartha darshina dharma adharma akhyani tam yoga sanyasta karmanam. So whether it is dharmika karma or adharma karmas, everything is left to the hands of Ishvara. I am not the doer. Whatever has to be done in this present moment, they are happening through me because of the grace of Ishvara, and whatever results that come go directly to Ishvara, and they doing actions because I have understanding about the self. Katham yoga sanyasta karma iti aha. How is it called yoga sanyasta karma? Jnanena atmeshvara aikatva darshana lakshanena sanchinnaha samshayaha yasya saha jnana samchinna samshayaha. How does that person's doubts get dissolved? Because he has got the understanding of the oneness of that Atma and Ishvara. Ishvara means that supreme truth, the self, the immobile cosmic consciousness, that is Ishvara, and this I, the Jiva, are just one. With this knowledge, all my doubts are destroyed, Yasya jnana samchinna samshayaha. Ya evam yoga sanyasta karma tam atmavantam apramattam gunacheshta rupena drishtani karmani na nibadhnati. Atmavanta means being apramatta, not being sloppy in my work. Just because I have to give up actions to know the truth, it is not just doing work in a rubbish way, in a sloppy way, but apramattam, giving a lot of attention and concentration to the work that needs to be done well. Apramattam guna cheshta rupena, through my gunas, through my qualities and through my actions, giving the best. Drishtani karmani na nibadhnanti. So such a person is not bound by the actions. Anishtadi rupam. What are the results of the action? Ishtam, anishtam, mishram. I get results of the action means the different feelings that we get when we do an action. Ishtam means I feel good when I do something. Anishtam means I don't feel good when something happens or I do something, I don't feel good. Ishtam is I feel good when something happens or when I do something also I feel good, it is Ishtam. Anishtam is I don't feel good when something happens to me or when I do something. Mishram is it doesn't matter whether there is nothing like there is no good feeling or bad feeling, which is how we spend our whole day. Our whole day we do not have something that is we like or don't like. It is just neutral. There is only a neutral experience throughout the day. Anishtam, Ishtam, Mishram. All three will not be there for the person. Na arabhante, he Dhananjaya. So he will not begin actions which give him Ishtam. Here Mishram does not mean neutral. Mishram means a combination of Ishtam and Anishtam. Sometimes you might meet a person whom you like very much, but as a result of the conversation, you may have a lot of problems also. That is Ishtam plus Anishtam, which is Mishram. And such results don't happen to the person, and so he does not get tied to fresh actions to gain certain results. Yasmat karma yoga anushthanat ashuddhikshaya hetuka jnana samchinna samshayaha na nibadhyate karmabihi jnanagni dagdha karmatvat eva yasmat cha jnana karma anusthana vishaye samshayavan vinashyati. So the one who has doubts about jnana, the knowledge of who I am, and that I have to do actions without expectation of results for myself and without identifying myself as the doer of the action and the enjoyer of the results. This is karma yoga. If a person does not believe in this, then nobody can help that person. Thus, therefore, Arjuna, what is the concluding verse, words of advice that Bhagavan Sri Krishna has for Arjuna? तस्मादज्ञान संभूतं हृत्स्थं ज्ञानासीनात्मनः छित्त्वैनं संशयं योगम् आत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ भारत तस्मात् अज्ञान संभूतं हृत्स्थं. Therefore, Arjuna, ajnana. What is ignorance? In your heart. Meaning, ignorance means I don't know who I am. That feeling is there. Just like you say, I know my name is so and so. We have so many things I don't know about ourselves. Some in the feeling with jnana asi, because Arjuna is a warrior, Arjuna is a soldier. He says jnana asina with that with the sword of jnana asina atmanaha kritstam ajnana sambhutam. Whatever is there, whatever ignorance is there, cut it out with the sword of knowledge. Chitva enam samshayam. Cut off all your doubts with the sword of knowledge. Yogamatishta uttishta bharata. Very powerful words. Bhagavan Sri Krishna wants Arjuna to stand up and do his work. Instead of talking and wasting time in trying to argue about why he should not do that work, he wants to stand up and do his work. Yogamatishta. Stand on yoga, Arjuna. Yoga means being fit of body, being fit of mind, being steady in mind, keeping the intellect one-pointed, keeping the breath flowing smoothly, so that as if the breath does not